What's up, guys? It's Psychic Medium Queen coming in with another reading, and I'm coming in with an impromptu surprise reading for you guys. You guys have been wanting me to do a video follow up on her for the longest time, Queen Naija, and of course whoever comes up in this reading as well energetically. Now, I've been blessed in that through spirit, everything that has been said on this channel has manifested so far. The only thing that has not manifested as of yet is her wedding, and that is gonna come. Interestingly enough, it came up in my preliminary messages, but we'll get into that in a second. Before we get into this reading, I want to welcome all my new subscribers to the channel. Thank you so much for subscribing to the Enlightened family. If this is your first video that you're seeing from me, feel free to go ahead and subscribe and join the family so you can stay ahead of the curve with Psychic and Medium Queen. Don't forget to hit the bell so you get a notification every time I upload a new reading. In addition to that, make sure you like and comment because it helps me to grow the channel so we can get more enlightened beings messages from spirit. There have been a couple readings that I've done on Queen Naija that spirit just did not allow to get posted. And a lot of things that have transpired as of late with her, spirit had already revealed to me. And one of my subscribers, and she commented to one of the older videos about something that I had said in the community tab that was going to be happening with Queen very soon. And it did happen. Brittany Holmes said, "Wow, you continue to amaze me. You stated above that there are going to be others that will try to tear down Queen, and it's happening. There are crazy people running her name through the mud about some fake book and talking about her kids and her body. I know God puts his soldiers through some of the biggest tests, but this is crazy. I pray for her sanity at these times. She's about to release her album and people are praying on her downfall. I don't understand why people don't want to see others win." I don't understand either, Brittany. And you know what? We're going to get into that in the reading. We're going to see what spirit has to say about the current situation. We're going to debunk the lies that have been put out there and whatever spirit is given on today. Okay? So let's get right into it, you guys. Now, what spirit gave me in meditation is I saw Queen at a table with a number of people, and they're going to be working on her social media development. She's going to be appearing on a lot more platforms, you guys, here very soon. I see her in multiple meetings where multiple people are brainstorming what's going to happen next. Queen cares about what people say about her. And spirit gave this to me actually before, you guys, that she cares about what people say about her body. That's why she got really defensive. And I think it was one of her lives. People were saying, you know, she was saying, I don't care. I don't care. Anytime somebody says, I don't care, it means that they really care. And overconfidence is insecurity turns inside out. So she's saying, I don't care. I don't give a, you know what? I'm still at, it's because she's trying to deflect the emotion she's really feeling because of the pain she feels as a result of what's being done to her. I'm seeing her out on her balcony and she's waving her hand. Somebody's speaking to her about something somebody else has said about her. And she's like waving her hand to like shoo them off. Like, you know, look, I can't take another thing being said about me. It's kind of the feel she's giving me in the vision. You know, she's hurting already, and it's like, I don't need any more. Now, spirit said this to me before and is saying it again. Queen is meant to go very far. I mean, this young lady can be as big as Beyonce, but spirit has also revealed she has to get past the propaganda that will be there to try to hold her back. People are always going to have something to say about her. As long as you are up and coming and you're doing something right and you're doing it with all your will to do it the best way possible, people are always going to come for you. And that's one of her lessons that she needs to learn. And it's not an easy pill to swallow by no means at all. It hurts. She's still a human being at the end of the day. So I understand where she's coming from, but I also need her to learn that people are going to continue to say things about her no matter what she does. Her mother loves her. She will go to battle for her. Not my baby, I'm hearing. And as far as the book, that book isn't real. He isn't cheating on her. I'm hearing him saying hasn't cheated on her, and he's saying I never will. I'm still seeing her getting married. Unfortunately, she may be upset and in tears that day as well if she looks at social media, because people will have something to say then too. I'm seeing people say things like, oh, she's stupid. She married him. Oh, he secured the bag. He's a good look. He's using her and she's falling for it. People are going to say things like that. You know, they've always said things like that about Clarence, and that's not going to stop. But that's what spirit gave me as far as what you guys will see something to the effect of in the comment section on the day she gets married. Now, I see Legend in the cutest little white tux coming in to the ceremony. I'm hearing now intuitively that he might even be the ring bearer. Now, after they get married, they are going to disappear from social media for a bit after the wedding to enjoy their honeymoon, and rightfully so. I see them riding off into the sunset, enjoying their love. And I saw them in a white, you know, those old kind cars, and it was white. You know, you have bells hanging and stuff like that. I don't see the bells, but I'm saying it's going to be something like that. And they're going to be riding off into the sunset. Now, Queen is still going to be letting what people say bother her even after the wedding. I see her in bed laying down, her hair tied back. Now, when I say tied back, she's going to have that middle part, you know, the low bun she likes to wear with her hair pulled back. She's going to be upset. She won't be able to stop thinking about it because people are going to say some, you know, really nasty things. And I hear her saying, I just want to be happy. I'm a normal person. And I see Legend coming into the room, and he's going to cheer her up because she doesn't want her baby to see her upset. Okay, guys, so those are the preliminary messages that Spirit gave to me. Okay, Spirit, what are you wanting to say to the collective about what's coming up for Queen and what Queen needs to be prepared for? Okay, well, that's good. All right, Spirit. Okay, guys, I'm getting off the rip that Queen currently is actually feeling really strong in the current position that she's in right now. She is genuinely feeling happy. This social media conversation she's going to be having to try to adjust things that are going on and actually lessen what she sees is going to help her to feel better about herself. But that's only going to be temporarily. Unfortunately, I'm sad to say, you know, she's actually feeling a lot better right now. Her new album that's going to be coming out, I believe it's called Misunderstood, is going to speak volumes to who she really wants you guys to see her as opposed to what the general public believes her to be. I'm seeing death here. Death can usually mean renewal, but in this instance, it's in regard to her leaving things behind that are not serving her. In addition to that, I'm also feeling like this is Chris in the background. His heart is still very much broken. This is why he acts out the way that he does. And Spirit has said that multiple times in other videos about him. And she's always going to look back at him. Always, because this is the father of her first child. So she's always going to have some sympathy. She holds back from the damage she can genuinely do to this man if she wanted to, in the way of taking CJ from him. But she's always in control when it comes to him. Like, she could end this at any point if she wanted to, but she doesn't, because she knows that his heart is broken. And she absolutely has no love for him in a romantic sense at all. This man is still missing her, and he always will miss her, because guess what? She's the one that got away. Sometimes Queen just wants to run away from this stardom. She wants to run away from the kingdom that she feels like she's built, because she gets tired of being put through the ringer. She feels like she's just a normal person trying to live a normal life, but you're not normal when you're a star. And sadly, people don't understand the mindset and the sacrifice and the pain and the blood, sweat, and tear behind what you don't see behind the veil. And what I mean by that is, you see the highlight reel of her life. You don't see a normal young lady that cries herself to sleep at night and has to put on a face about what she really feels, because she's not like the normal star. She really stays humble. And that hasn't changed about her. She does tend to backpedal because it's almost like she fights her purpose, because she's wanted to run away. She's wanted to quit. She's wanted to give up. And actually, she is somewhat feeling like that in the present. This is a feeling that comes and goes, because this light, you see this light here, it shines brightly on her. She's called for this time to reach the younger generation, and she can't give up now. So she's going to have to ride the wave as she has been. And these are just thoughts she's having. And you know what? She might disappear off of social media sometimes, as she always has. And she will do that to take breaks, to kind of keep her sanity naturally. This is giving me reminiscent to what Spirit has said previously in the reading that did get posted for you guys, was that she was going to be making an offering to Chris. And she did. You know, the baby was able to see him for his birthday. Now I believe he's going to be making an offering to her of some sorts. I don't know if you guys will see that. on social media, or if that's going to be something that's done behind the scenes, but he's going to turn around and do something for her finally. These restless nights and her worrying about this, her wanting to leave, it's a process that she goes back and forth with. That's just going to be a part of who she is until she tackles this and learns the lesson here. But she's had some sleepless nights because of what she's been put through, how people have talked about her, dragged her name through the mud, used her name for $1, whatever the case may be. It really bothered her. But this is going to be a thing of the past at some juncture as soon as she learns this lesson. Queen, my dear, you have a lot that's going to be coming in for you, because anytime some good is about to happen, the enemy comes and tries to sift out your blessing by trying to discourage you and get your eyes off the prize. This book that's came out, this book of lies, is exactly that. And obviously you're about to be blessed. You're about to have some more to celebrate for. So you're going to have a reason to key at the ones that are trying to bring you down, because sandpaper rubbing up against a diamond only ever resulted in it shining brighter. For those people who are trying to sift her light out, all you're doing is making this young lady shine brighter. This young lady has worked jobs that were dead end jobs and went nowhere, and lost jobs and lost money and didn't know where her next meal was coming from. So Spirit has blessed her as a result of this. There's a lot of things about her story that hasn't been revealed. You guys will find some of that stuff out in her newest upcoming album. I don't know when the release date is. You guys let me know in the comment section. Because of what she's felt, the abuse and things like that from people on social media, even people that she knows, it resulted in her not taking care of her. Not only this pandemic put the weight on, but her feelings of insecurity, made her feel like not taking care of herself for a little bit. So times where she was away, she was going through a bout of it. I'm even hearing a bit of depression as a result of it. It's not this bad and this deep anymore. Currently, Queen is focused. This young lady is working, and she's working away. And you see the concern in this young man's face. She has nervousness in her face here, because it's like she's working and she's worried about what hasn't happened. She's worried about what hasn't come, because this abuse on social media has caused her a little bit of PTSD, I'm feeling. It's given her a little bit of a cloudy outlook, so to speak. But Spirit wants to help her work these wills in the background, but she's going to have to implement. Now, I know she started, I believe, something like morning affirmations or something like that. But Spirit wants her to go into prayer, and it wants her to turn over her cares. And she probably does, but it's the way that you do it. You have to pray effectively. And you also, I would even suggest scripting to this young woman. You've already been successful, Queen. Scripting is going to help you be even more successful by speaking it to existence, exactly what you're wanting, by visualizing it as if it were. So for example, for those of you guys who wanted a new car, you would first make sure you're in a spirit of gratefulness. You would sit down and write down as if you were in the car. So like, I'm grateful for my new 2020 Mercedes. I love the leather seats. Oh, the white threading on it. I love that it's a push start. I love the way that I'm feeling. Oh, the baby seats are in the back. I'm on my way to my new job that I love. And then I'll be leaving there and going to my brand new home that I purchased with my 2-car garage. Scripting is pretty much speaking things as though they were. So I would definitely suggest scripting to this young lady to go with her affirmations that she's doing, to speak life into herself and to trust Spirit and stop worrying so much. Eventually, she is going to learn how to tackle this, because her skin is going to get thicker and thicker. You have no choice if you keep going but to get stronger. Queen, looking at all of these things that have currently been said about her, happened to her, it's going to be a thing of the past, and it's going to be sometime after the wedding. So this is going to go on for a little while with this going back and forth with her, but eventually it will be a thing of the past. She will let go of the things that have not been serving her, and looking at all this pain and all this poison and all this toxicity that is introduced on the internet by people. The thing is, misery loves company, and you have to decide to not be its visitor. Okay, so they're always going to come for her, but at some point she's going to get strong enough, because she's had so many darts thrown at her, that they're going to start bouncing off of her. I hate to say this, but I got to give it to you guys how Spirit is giving it to me. There is going to be an offer of love to her from another man. And it's not the first time it's happened. No shade to Clarence, and we know that they're going to get married, but there are always going to be men that want to offer Queen their love and try to kind of move in on her. And she might accept compliments and stuff like that, but she's not going to accept the offer because whoever this man is, he doesn't have good intentions. Queen has been through a lot in her past relationships. Her most recent relationships are the ones with Chris and now with Clarence. In both of these relationships, there have been challenges, there have been changes, but in this relationship, there has been a lot of growth. And Spirit is saying the stopping going, the abuse that has occurred in her last relationship is no more. The changes that are occurring in this relationship have been ones for the betterment of herself. This young woman is powerful and she is pregnant with purpose. And she can't let anybody come and sit that out. And she's not going to. Despite the pain she feels, she continues to get up and go. Even with the sometimes thoughts of wanting to give up, she's still determined. The saying goes, learn how to rest, but don't quit. Queen is going to side-eye some of the movements that people are making. She's going to learn how to move accordingly without devaluing herself, without regressing. And she's going to learn some lessons in the present here, I'm feeling. There have been recent problems in the relationship due to, and they're a thing of the past though, and you guys will never know it because it's behind closed doors. But due to all of the things that come out, due to all of the attacks, there have been some hard conversations that have had to been had because it resulted in Queen not being happy. You know, insecurities can seep into the relationship as a result of the outward because she was oftentimes blindsided by the hate. She's like, where is this coming from? You know, I'm just being me. And it made her feel bound up and made her feel cornered and isolated. She's feeling stronger and she's going to feel more in control, especially with the movements that they're going to be making and the ideas that are going to come up for her on how to approach social media properly. Queen needs to take some time to script. She needs to take some time to get with Spirit and get her peace. And these Three of Pentacles, she's going to be having some more money, some more opportunities coming her way. It's inclusive to what she's going to be doing as far as her appearing on multiple platforms here. She's actually going to be spending some time writing for her next album. Not this album coming up, but what she presents to you guys in her next album following this one is going to be even more powerful because she's going to be coming to her own at that point. She's going to be even more at peace at that point. This upcoming project is going to be for you guys to get to know her more. This card is giving me who Queen was kind of regressing and becoming. She was acting like somebody she wasn't, you know, on social media for a bit because she was reacting to the hurt and the pain. And this is now a thing of the past. She's not going to portray who she's not because she genuinely is a humble person. And you know what? This is all a part of growth. Upward incline. It's almost like that crab bucket effect. Those people want to keep you down. And if you look back, you will get pulled down because it's not meant for you to look back. It's meant for you to move forward. Don't let anybody make you look back. Don't let anybody second guess your purpose. The most courageous thing you can do in a world full of imitators is be yourself. All right. And that's what this young lady has always been. But she's tried to conform to the normalities of society based off of what she feels. And she's tried to kind of puff up her chest to fight back. But all it did was resulted in her being somebody who she was not and her still being hurt. Yeah, Queen was struggling between light and dark for a little bit there with her regression because of the upset, because she was letting people control her emotions. But that's going to be a thing of the past. Like I said, Spirit keeps saying it's about that lesson that she needs to learn. And until she learns it, you know, Clarence is always going to be there to help fight her battles. He's always going to have her back. And it drives him crazy because I see the moon card here. It drives him crazy to see people like, he doesn't even understand. It's like, why are y'all coming for her? Why y'all coming for us? Why y'all always got our name in y'all mouth? Like, can you just leave us alone? You stay dragging us. You stay putting us through it. But he's a soldier with it. So it's like you guys don't see him shooken that often. He just fights back and he laughs it off. He gets angry though. That's what y'all don't see because Clarence is in fact a fire sign. So it's like he's up for the challenge. He's like, you know what? I will battle anybody to protect her. Period. Now we've had the tower happen. That's what this book that just came out. It's already occurred. It's already had its effect. It's already been debunked. It's already been called a bunch of lies. So that's done. But it happened. But you know what's interesting is that through all of this, through all this sacrifice, through all of this pain, through all this angst, through all this hate, Queen is still going to be victorious. She's going to start coming off a little bit cold in the way that she's going to learn how to shut people down, and she's going to have boundaries nobody's going to be able to cross, because she's going to remember the sacrifice. You see the blood here on this young lady's face? She's going to remember the pain. And it also is going to separate her from her fans a little bit, which can be a good separation, because people feel too close to her. They feel like they know her. They feel like she owes them something, some people. Not you guys on this channel or whoever's viewing this video. But she, you know, some people feel that way. So it's going to cause her to go within, because when you set boundaries, it makes people respect you more. A lot of people don't know that, because the more you say yes, 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 the more people feel obliged to your life. They feel obliged to you. So she's going to learn how to pull back here. And it's going to come off a little dark to some people. I'm like, oh, Queen, you changed. No, she didn't change. She grew. Now, this is going to take a little bit of time, but it's coming, because like I said, she's going to come off a little bit cold to protect herself. You got to have a little bit of that. There has to be a balance, right? And she really never had that in the beginning, in her start. And that's why she has such a hard time being viewed as an artist. She's viewed as a YouTuber. And that's one of the biggest arguments that's on social media too, that she gets a lot. This King of Cups is Clarence. This man has been her catalyst. He's helped her to clear a lot of these dark skies. You know, I know a lot of people on social media don't like him, and Spirit has had nothing but good things to say about him on my channel. I'm always going to deliver to you guys how Spirit give it to me. This man is not just a pretty face like in the card. There's a purpose to him. He is a proper partner, and he's a longtime partner for this young woman. You guys are going to start seeing Clarence do some more things too. His channel's not the first thing. It doesn't stop there. He's going to be putting his energy and efforts toward other things, because he has some purpose growing in him that you guys don't even know about. Spirit is bringing this card up, and in this essence, it's affirming to me that there's going to be some rebirth here. The reason why she's being allowed to be touched by these things in social media is because, of course, Spirit, as it keeps saying, it wants her to learn this lesson. There's going to be growth that comes from the pain, because we grow through strife, you guys. So there's going to be a rebirth in this young woman. You guys are not going to be able to recognize her again. You guys have seen her grow. You guys have seen her regress. Now you're going to see her rebirth. Some big changes are about to happen. Now, this is giving me the wedding, that day of celebration that's going to be coming up between the pair of them. The children are going to be there. It's going to be it's going to be a beautiful day. Spirit showed me in my meditation a lot of gold and a lot of white. It's going to be a lot of money dropped on this ceremony. There's going to be an alignment that day. Something's going to happen with the stars that day. You guys may not know what it is, but the day that they get married, something special is going to happen. It's not just going to be a special day for them. It's going to be a special day for anybody that loves them. I don't know if they have a pet. Maybe they'll get one when they get married. I'm feeling like this is representative of Little Legend. That little man's going to be so happy. He ain't gonna know what's going on, because, you know, to him, his parents are just together. But yeah, there's gonna be a lot of celebration, even in the after party, a lot of dancing. This is just a double confirmation. She's got a lot more money coming in here. People that are mad at her for basically just being her, about to have more reasons to be mad at her. The more mad people get at this young lady, the more she's going to be blessed through Spirit. Her not having peace is going to be a thing of the past. She's going to learn how to really and genuinely create this bubble of her own, and nobody's going to be able to penetrate that after a while. Because she's going to actually start working even more into her purpose. She's going to start being more in prayer. She's going to be dependent upon God, which is what Spirit wants. Clarence and Queen have poured out so much purpose into the world. And this young lady has saved lives. And this young man in his own way has saved lives too. You know, with the positivity that they do bring forth. They are meant to color the world. And they have done their job so far. And you see, whoa, look at the ring. Wait. You need to see that ring on his hand? Even more confirmation that that wedding is going to come up. They already operate like they're married, you guys. But that's what his ring is here. These two are walking their purpose. So I really wish people would leave them alone. But you know what? They're not going to stop, because dark energy is always going to try to sift out magic. It always is. The magic that is the light. But you know what? Darkness never wins against light, no matter what. Trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. That's confirmation. She's going to have to trust spirit. She's going to have to trust God and lean on them for affirmation. Don't look for the affirmation of love in men. And what I mean by men is those people who follow her. She can't be looking to be affirmed by them, because the thing about a fan is a fan will turn quickly. That's why you want to have people who you consider friends. You know, they can be her like third party removed kind of friends, so to speak, you know, like, because not everybody should be privy to your front row is what I mean, is what spirit is saying. So she's going to have to lean on spirit. That's where her trust has to come from. She has to be affirmed in God first, and that's when her transformation is going to occur. Sacred union. Honor and treasure your relationship, for it is truly sacred. This is called by the universe to be. And as the vows say, what God has joined together, let no man put asunder. So no matter how much people try to come for her, no matter how much people try to break them up, it's not happening. And all that this stuff is doing is making this young lady stronger. So try to break her all you will. It won't happen. As spirit is given in the meditation, this woman is supposed to be, she can be as big as Beyonce. And she learns these lessons that she's meant to learn. You guys, let's see what the dice have to say about this situation. I'm giving the moon here, and that's giving me that it's affirmation that she does let these things bother her. I'm hoping that with the concepts they come up with, they ease her mind a little bit more. Queen is currently getting messages. She's getting messages from the universe. I'm feeling like she's going to be getting whispers actually from her spirit guide, one of which is who showed up for this reading. But she's going to have to open those ears to really listen, to hear what spirit is trying to tell her about her purpose. She could actually more than likely learn these lessons a lot sooner if she was just a little bit more sensitive to spirit. If she took some time with those affirmations to meditate and still scripting. Because spirit can actually speak through you through writing. So you have messages waiting, sweetheart. Spirit is asking Queen to step back and look at these things that she goes through with an objective eye. Step outside of herself. Take some time, even if she has to from social media, to just step back and step outside of herself and look at herself as if she's looking at another star, to see objectively that she's going through exactly what the greats have gone through in the past and now. She will be a lot better off a lot sooner. All right, guys, let's see what spirit is having to say with the charms here for Queen and Clarence and anybody else involved. My eyes are closed, so I am not looking at what I'm about to pull here. Let's just put out this amount. Wow. This is confirmation. All these moons I'm getting. Spirit is saying that Queen needs to be grounded. She needs to stay grounded. Whatever she's doing, she needs to do more of it. And even the things that spirit has stated here in suggestion, she needs to start meditating. She needs to start scripting. She needs to start being as grounded as a tree. And I actually, there's an exercise that I do and I actually give to my clients to do first thing in the morning that grounds you for your day. So that way you get to set the tone of your day. And no matter what happens, you'll be prepared. Otherwise, you allow the day to throw whatever it's going to throw at you. So it's asking you to be grounded at this time, Queen. You really need it. You know, those times that Queen has got on social media and she said, I'm that big, you know, I don't care what y'all say. Ooh, da, da, da. She cared. Because you see this gummy bear, she's soft on the inside. She's genuinely humble. That was her way of fighting back or trying to fight back. She was genuinely hurt. And she felt like that was the approach that would work, but it didn't, because, you know, people see Queen for the good person she is, so they know that's not really who she is. She's soft, and that's not a bad thing. She's a humble young lady. She's a God-fearing young woman. And people tend to target this type of person because there are few far and in between people who have a genuinely good heart. So it's nothing wrong with being this way, Queen. But you're going to, like this little gummy bear that's soft on the inside, but it's a hard charm, you're going to become this way. It's just taking some time. Confirmation. She's a sweet young lady. There's nothing wrong with being this way. People try to dominate her and make her somebody that she's not. You know, even the things they have her do in videos and things of that nature, that's not who she is. That's just a sell. Because sadly, sex sells. That's also why she got her body done, along with the insecurities, of course. Sex sells. And people can manipulate you into believing that the only way to succeed in the industry is to adjust your settings and become somebody you're not. But it helped for her in the way it was her decision, because she did have some insecurities and she did want to fix those after she had the babies and stuff, because of what the babies did to her body. But she also felt the pressure. Confirmation of the wedding. It's coming, because here's a ring. And this moon keeps coming out because she's still struggling with this. It's going to be a struggle. Even with the assistance, it might take a little bit of pressure off, might take a little bit of pain off. But until she learns how to be a little bit more harder, how to have balance, how to go a little bit more cold, she's still going to have these nights, even the ones y'all don't see. But it's almost like when pressure bursts a steel pipe, when she gets to a place where she can't take it, that's when she tells you guys about it. But she doesn't want you guys to know she's hurting all the time. She don't. Okay? Because then that will be giving people victory. And they still get it anyway, because they find a way, because they come with something new, something different every day. All of these tassels, all these things, these all give me wedding. And Clarence, he's whipped in a good way. It's good to be whipped for your significant other you love. Marriage again. And this is a union that's meant to be. Okay? Nobody's going to be able to tear these people apart but them. This young lady is magical. One of her spirit animals, so to speak, could be a mermaid. And mermaids are very magical. She's a singer, so that gives me siren as well, because they're able to lure people with their voices. So that's what Spirit is giving me for Queen Naija Clarence NYC and all parties involved. If this reading has been enlightening, please feel free to leave your comment about what Spirit has given in this reading, about your opinion on what's going on with Queen Naija. How do you feel about what's been going on with her? What would you say to her if you were her in her position, especially if you are an influencer as well? If you do anything on social media and experience that, what kind of advice would you give her? Especially my mothers out there. Okay. So until next time, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Blessings.